Unmute myself. Can you hear me? No? Unmute myself. Can you hear me now? Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9. You can hear me? Good? We good? Because I still have, I'm telling you, somebody needs to make me a chancla. Like a boomerang chancla. Hello. Boomerang chancla. So in case somebody get to acting up like, because I don't know, as a mom, I think like I be I be trying to hit my children and it be coming on. It be getting them. You cut that corner, it'll hit. But when I try to aim, it's not gonna hit. So I just gotta throw it at the direction, then it'll end up hitting them. But thank you for tuning in. I'm just gonna ask if everybody's watching, if you can hit that share button, because this is an episode that I do want to share. I was good. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry, so that's why I put makeup on. So I wouldn't, because I didn't want to, do this. So we're gonna do this a lot today, because I don't want to do it. It's gonna be a tribute to my little brother, who passed away 20 years ago. Who is a beautiful soul, troublemaker. He had his own way of living life, but I'm glad he lived the life that he lived the way that he lived it, because for the time being, he did what the fuck he chose. And we used to always get on my mom, like, used to spoil this kid. I don't know if it was because he was the baby of the family or whatever, but I know me and my older brother used to be like, why are you spoiling him? Like, this boy got everything and anything he wanted. But I'm glad he was spoiled, because he was able to live his life the way he wanted to live it and choose the way he wanted to live it. So we're going to have to open this box of tissue. I told y'all this was going to be some tissues today. Then they're going to give me a box of tissue that's not even open.
The other side.
Then they're going to put it on my table upside down. Come on, man. Y'all already know I ain't in my right mind today. I was trying. Look, don't let me out here bogus. Because I'm so vain. Because I used to be like, I didn't want to, like, that's the reason I told y'all the last episode that I wasn't going to try to do it. It was going to be no makeup because it was going to be some tears. And I was like, you know what? Getting ready for this show, I'm like, I'm going to put some makeup on so that I try not to cry, because it's been like, every time this week, it's not even the day, every time this week comes around, weird stuff starts happening because his spirit is around, whether you believe it or not. And like, especially when this day comes, it's hard. I know it's been 20 years, but it's still hard to accept. But I wanted to share a story just because I know there's people going through it, people that have gone through it, and it's a process. Everything is a process. So everybody grieves their own way. Everybody accepts their own way. I go through life talking about it. As you know me, I like to talk. Just ask my brother, because he be saying I talk too much. But that's how I move past through my issues. That's how I pass through my problems. That's how I pass through life. I like to talk. Hello. Hence why I got a podcast, right? And also why, hence, I am a hairstylist, because I like to talk. I've been talking since 9 o'clock this morning, and I'm still going to talk. But thank you for the people, my family that came out today to support us and this show tonight. But I also, look, I just messed up my makeup. Look, see? I should have had a fan right here. But I also wanted to say we are on location at Excel Barber Studio. 1203 Maple Avenue. I be wanting to say Maple Lane. I don't know. That sounds better. But Maple Avenue in Lisle, Illinois. I'm telling y'all, like, we even still got my little nephew over here hooking some dude up. I should put y'all on blast right now, but I'm not going to. But they will hook you up. I'm not gonna have my little wingtips no more. Look at my niece over here, like, you okay? You okay? I'm not okay. We just luckily I got chinky eyes, so you can't really tell too much. But we're on location in Lisle, Illinois. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, OnlyFans, Booksy. No, I'm just playing. But I'm Booksy. His mama right here. Like, I ain't gonna. His mama right here. Like, woo. No, girlfriend, don't get mad at him. He is not on this shit. But no. You can find the whole salon on Booksy, the whole barbershop. Oh, I say salon, but the whole barbershop on Booksy. All their barbers are dope. They can do all genres of hair. You got kinky hair, you got straight Asian hair, like they will hook you up. They got you. Even that little thick Mexican ass hair, they got you. But okay, so let me get back onto my other shit, and then we'll get to some more crying afterwards. So I'm gonna give y'all an update on the past episode. So if you watched the past episode, which was this is episode number 9. Hello, they haven't canceled me out yet. So episode 8, we had Miranda Mayo from Chicago Fire on the show, along with my girlfriend Yvette Guzman, who is an actual Chicago firefighter. If you were able to watch it live, oh, y'all see my shirt? I had to represent the day, TV. But if y'all were able to watch the last episode, we had it over at Lottie's Pub in Chicago. We have not been able to drop. If you were able to watch it live, good shit. But if you were not, sorry, but you're gonna have to wait just a little longer, because away from our circumstances, under our control, we are not able to hit the replay on that one, but it will be coming live. I need you to hurry up, because I keep focused on you fucking with the camera.
I'm trying.
Make it a stretch. You know I'm short and I lean over. Are we good? No? Yes, maybe? Yes? Thumbs up? Everybody? Okay. You know, my tech guy is like super freaking anal, which I love.
No, I'm just a perfectionist.
No, I'm just a blood.
It's blood related. We're all like this. I have OCD issues a little bit. My brother got it. I think we got it from my mama. Sorry, mom. Because, like, I'm going to share this story real quick. Just real quick. So we were doing a Thanksgiving. I know she's going to. Luckily, her shoes are stuck in her foot. So we were doing a Thanksgiving project for my little boy. My son. My kids are here, so I got to be like PG a little bit. So they sent home this like Thanksgiving turkey looking thing that we had to disguise him so that, you know, the people from Thanksgiving wouldn't find this turkey, right? So I said, okay, well, we gonna disguise them. They had like these little, you can do of Christmas, whatever, however you want to disguise them. So we decided on a Christmas tree. So here we go doing the little project. And my mom is the creative one. I guess this is where we get it from. So we're doing the project. We get these little balls, ornaments. We dressed up this turkey as a Christmas tree. So she gets to cutting this little like tissue paper and cutting the little lines so that it would make, what's that little thing you put around the tree? Not tinsel, the bigger one. The furry shit that you put around the damn tree.
Tinsel.
It's not tinsel. The tinsel is a little fiber stuff. The garland. There you go. The garland. It had to be the white boy that knew the fucking name of the fucking word and shit. It was Maurice. Oh damn, I'm sorry, my bad. Okay, it was not. So you know, like, okay, so like my family, we all mixed up in this bitch. So okay, so it was the garland. So we were making the little garland that my mama made out of tissue. But when my mama like gets into projects, she's like, oh, we gotta win this contest. I'm like, Mom, he's 5 years old. I'm like, and it's just a school project. It wasn't even a competition. It was just something that they can put on the board. But it came out great. We had put little glitter. We actually made him a little Christmas tree. But I was telling my mama, like, this is not a competition. So this is where we get the competitive part from my mother. She was like, oh, we gotta win this contest. It's not a competition. They're 5, Mom. Like, it's
it's okay. We're gonna let him do the stuff, but we did it. We turned it in. It was okay. But hopefully we can drop this next episode in the next few weeks. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks. We just gotta work some things out, but it's coming. So what's been happening? Daylight savings time. I hate this fucking daylight savings time. I don't know who likes it. Whoever is like, oh, you like this shit? Oh my God, where's my shoe? Why?
That was the white guy.
Like, who? No, it's not even an hour. It's freaking dark at 4:30. I mean, it be fucking me up. I be looking at like, oh, it's time for bed, and it's only like 6 o'clock. Like it screws up my whole like sleep schedule. I don't like. I like when it's sunny out at like 8:30. Like I like to see the sun. I don't like it dark at maybe are you morning people? Like I think morning people like that shit because then they wake up at fucking 4:30 and it's all fucking nice and sunny and shit.
You want like Alaska? It's dark 6 months out of the year.
Why would I like Alaska if it's dark 6 months out of the year? No, I thought you said I would like it. First off, you said Alaska, so you cut me off right there. Alaska? What the fuck am I gonna do in Alaska? Fucking hybrid fucking panda bears? Like what?
Hey, you look like an Eskimo.
Honey, I look Hawaiian. No, let's get this correct. I look Hawaii. Get it right. I don't look
She's the Asian persuasion.
I look. Thank you. Asian persuasion. Hello. Oh, fucking Alaskan Eskimo. And I was gonna bring you on the show. Maybe I'm not gonna bring you on the. That was my brother talking all this shit. I have to remember that when we go on Spotify, that people can't see what we talking about, so I got to be a little bit more descriptive. That was my brother talking that shit. I look Hawaiian, Samoan, exotic. Use them words. Fucking not Alaska. What's in Alaska? Fish. But anyways, I don't like this. Whoever likes it, kill yourself. No, not really. But I'm just saying. Veterans Day. So I want to salute. I had to like at least say, I salute the veterans. Thank you for your services. It was great. Oh, Uncle Tootie. All of them. Whoever are still in it, out of it, don't want to talk about it, whatever. I salute you. I think people were getting like free food that day. It was a great day. I don't know. I thought I normally got the day off. These kids did not get the day off. Did y'all kids get the day off? Did you get the day off? You got the fucking day off?
Veterans Day.
They didn't get the day off. They still fucking had school. Man, look, I be looking for them days off of fucking school because I can sleep in. I ain't gotta get up at no 7:30, 8 o'clock for these kids to fucking go to school. I be wanting to sleep. Even though I'm supposed to be trying to get up and go to work out. Look. So my ass thought, like, oh, I got 12 weeks. What I say, 12 weeks to my birthday. So I said, okay, we're going to re-sign up back to the gym. You know what? I accept my bigness. I am okay with being a big girl. But I want you to get my little thing together, because we're going to Mardi Gras for my birthday. Hello. And I said, I'm going to go to the gym. So I go, right? And Charlie, it was not my fault. But I go to the gym thinking because I used to go prior to COVID. And I said, I'm going to do my thing, but I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to take it easy because this is my first day back. I'm not going to go crazy. Do you understand? The next day I could not fucking walk. My children who are here. Should I show my children?
Yes.
No. Oh, the answer was a no. His face told me no. You wanna show your face? No. Okay. So we won't show them. Y'all see plenty of. If y'all follow me on my personal page or on Sippin N Trippin, y'all will see my children all the time because I post them all the fucking time. But so I go to the gym thinking I'm doing my thing, whatever. I come back. I couldn't move. Today is the second day, which I did not go to the gym. I thought I was going to not go to the gym, but oh my God, there's muscles that have woken up that I didn't think they existed, but they fucking exist. And I'm just like, but we gonna get it together. I don't, my nephew over here, I'm gonna point him out. He's a little gym rat, ain't he? Christian, ain't you a little gym rat?
Yeah.
You supposed to be like, yeah, you supposed to give me some bass in your voice, man. I'm only talking about and shit. You ain't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I salute whoever fucking does this shit because this shit is not for everybody. But I gotta get back. Like I'm disappointed that my body hurts the way that it hurts. My body hurts when they tell you I'm over here. Like I need rollers. I need all of this shit. But we gonna get it together because that just showed me how out of shape I was. I mean, I'm a big girl. Like I used to be a big girl that at least was in shape. Cause like I'm flexible and bendable. I could do shit. You feel me? Now I'm just a big girl. Cause Lord help the children. I cannot move the way I move. My legs don't do what the fuck they used to do. But I'm gonna get it together for Mardi Gras because we gonna be. I'm like, I had to look to see where my mama was at. Like, hold up. You feel me? You feel me? Look at my brother. I don't know what's worse, your face or her face. But my mama know I'm crazy. It's like my brother. My brother needs to accept the craziness that comes out of me. I wish we had a picture. You know what? I be wanting to just have a camera
That's on his face.
that's on his face while we do my show because he just do you not accept my crazy? I don't understand. Why does it make you so uncomfortable? But anyways, speaking of my brother, he will be my co-host. I will be bringing him on in just a little bit, just so that y'all can, see how our relationship. We are so opposite. Like me and my brother are so opposite. I don't know how we came from the same parent. My mama always tell me that, like I act like my daddy and he act like just like my mama. But we are so opposite. But I think you know what? We opposite until he get drunk. And then when he get drunk, then we act the same. So we need to put a little bit more in his cup so he can get on this thing and start acting the same. Because when he get a little juice in him, he be getting a little loose. You feel me? Like he be on the shit. But I love my brother. We need a balance because we both can't be crazy. Then my mama really be in some trouble. So what else happened? Oh, so I went to a baby shower this past weekend. So I went to a baby shower. I dragged my children and my mama too. But this baby shower was from my old block, people from my old block, from where I used to live on Keystone on the north side by Armitage and Pulaski. So her name is Bianca. She actually lives in Florida, but they decided it was a whole thing. Like they were supposed to get married, but because of COVID, they had to because of fucking this stupid ass COVID, they had to redo their wedding over and over and over. So then they ended up just getting married. She ended up a month later, ended up getting pregnant. So they ended up using that same place where they were supposed to get married at as a baby shower. So we went, but it was such a great feeling to know, like we went back there. I seen people like this family, the Villa Gomez family, like they took me in as a I was their extra. They already had like 6 children. I think they got 6 kids. Yeah, no, Letty from Keystone. I got 2 Lettys. I got Letty from Keystone, Letty from Fullerton. Letty from Keystone. Yeah, it's her. Let me think. Hold on. It's her, Teresa, Rosie, and Maggie, and then the 2 brothers. So they got 6 children. And then you added me because look, I tell you, I was in they shit. Like the daddy was a cook. The mama took care of me. Like I was in they shit. If I wasn't at the house, I was at their house or on their porch or in the garage. One or the other. But when I was on Keystone, that's where you always found me. So like when I went to this baby shower, like it was like first off, my children, like, why we gotta go to a baby shower? Like it's different now. Before baby showers, there's just women only. Now it's the whole family, like everybody go. But we went, it was in Berwyn. They had open bar, which is always a plus. And then they had a DJ that, like some people were like, oh, you're going to a baby shower at 6:30 in the evening. I'm like, yeah, is that not normal? That's not normal. Like we always do baby showers late. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to say it's the white thing, like American wise, like, is it a Caucasian thing? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, like the only one white guy. No, I don't know. I'm just playing. No, but I'm just saying, like, we do. Like, I don't know. I'm used to it because, like, when I first got with my son's fathers, they were black. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go to a baptism. It'd be like, he's like, oh, what time is it at? Oh, 7:00. And he was just like, why is it at 7:00? Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, like, I'm so, like, so when you grow up in your own neighborhood or in your own little family, you're not really paying attention to the outside world. Like, it was normal for me to go to a baby shower or to a baptism or to a 1-year-old birthday party at 7:00 at night They have a DJ, they have a keg. Like, that's normal for me. So, like, when other people come into our family and they're like, why are we going to a 1-year-old birthday party at like 8 o'clock at night, and then we're there till like 4 a.m. with a keg and a DJ? Like, that's not like, that's normal for me. That's not normal for everybody. Really? I thought that was normal, but that's just, it was normal for me. Hold on. I get sidetracked. I'm one of those people that, like, when I start doing shit, I gotta, okay, hold on. Okay. But anyways, it was great to see. There's a reason why I don't bring my children to these damn shows. Because, like, I can't, like, when I'm at a bar or I'm away, I can, like, shut off that mommy vibe for like an hour. But, like, with having my children here, I'm still like this mommy, like, motherfuckers, y'all acting right? Even though they're not. One of them ain't. But for the most part, they are. Anybody want a child? I got a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old. I keep the 15-year-old because he kind of do it on his own. I ain't about it. The little 5-year-old, though, he's great at sports. He's very intelligent. That's birth control. That's what I call birth control. You do not want, I don't want no more children. I'm done. Alcohol. Birth control, a great mix. So should I bring on my brother first and then show the priest? Where is he ready? Where'd he go? Oh, well, I guess I'm not gonna bring my brother on. He's getting ready.
Putting his powder on.
he getting pretty for your camera. But while he's there, I'm gonna go ahead. Lord have the children. So
That's your co-host right there.
my co-host. No, don't encourage that crazy. You want to come on and show people your face? No, okay. No. That's his Batman voice. But I want to show y'all a piece. Hold on, let's make some hold on. I'm gonna look at some I be trying to do both and I can't multitask. Fucking Ivan. That boy. He's like, you're Ivan.
Oh,
He was like, tell Eddie if you're Alaskan, then he's the husky. You know what? Everybody been telling me to get this boy on my show.
Please don't.
And I don't know if I want to encourage. Like, I think I'm a little crazy. But that boy right there, he got a few nuts loose. Don't be talking no more shit in my comments, boy. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But I don't know if we, like, I don't know. Lord, help the children. But I do want to, you know what? So we had a birthday party, which I didn't even get to talk to in the last episode because my little guest just bombarded my fucking show. So my niece, who turned 30, I love turning 30. I went to Mardi Gras for my 30th birthday and then I got hooked. But she had a birthday party and that boy was acting crazy. But it was a good crazy. But everybody's like, oh, you need to get him on the show. So I said, okay, I'm going to listen. So I watched that boy the whole night. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all want him on the show? Like, really?
I never do that.
Everybody else was saying that. Everybody else was co-signing. Y'all want that boy on the show? We should take a vote. Anybody that knows Ivan.
Oh,
Everyone knows Ivan.
Yes.
Everyone knows Ivan.
Everybody, please. Yes.
He's like, put me in, coach.
Trying to manage him.
Nah, stop. You see why y'all shouldn't have children? Nazir. Oh, Lord. But anyways, this is did y'all take a peek at that little boy back there? You want to show him? Come here. Show your face. A little bit more. So they can see who's being a little terror. No? Okay. But I'm going to bring on my brother, Edgardo Gaitan. No, Eddie?
Sure.
Fast. Well, he used to be, back in the day, he used to be Fast Eddie. What? Crazy E? Crazy E? Let me move over.
Move over.
Little louder.
Brother.
Little louder.
It's my big brother.
Might need to go over a little bit more. Go over a little bit more.
Y'all want me off the stage? Wait a minute, like
Knock over my drink. A little bit, just a little bit.
more? How much more? I'm a big motherfucker. Like
You're not gonna
hello.
fall over the stage. Damn.
Sit down.
Hold on. Okay.
You want me out? You want to just do the show yourself? I mean,
If you want.
we can be nice and close and comfortable. It's okay.
Are we good? All right.
I feel like you got more of the shot than me. We gotta fight.
Girl, you need to
You
move
understand?
over.
Look, no, we had to like for my whole life. Okay, I share everything,
You're all in my space.
and I blame my mother because, like, okay, so his birthday. We're gonna take it back to the birthday.
Whatever.
His birthday is February 19th of 1970, whatever the fuck.
Damn.
You old?
I thought it was on the east.
No.
No?
You're older than me.
All right.
I'm happy with my age. I look good for my I'm 42, baby.
74. All right.
So his birthday is February 19th. I'm February 21st. So do you understand that every time we had a birthday party, it was always together? So all our little pictures always had like a Batman on one side and a little princess on the other side. Like I never had my own little birthday cake.
I didn't either.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about me. This is
share with
about
you.
me.
Mom,
Why couldn't we not have like 2 cakes?
why couldn't we have 2 birthdays separate? I'm just saying.
In actuality, though, I think I was gonna be born on your birthday.
She tried.
Is that how it was?
She tried.
I think I was supposed to be born on his birthday, but like in like 1979, there was like a big blizzard or some shit, and they told my mama like wait a few days and then you can come
They
in.
didn't have the technology back then.
That's why she had to wait.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Now you can do that.
I would have been born on your birthday. Then you would have been forgotten about.
One cake. Either way, we share.
So
one cake,
like my
doesn't matter.
niece, actually so when you turn, hold on, how old are you? So I think when you turn 40, when did you make the little keyboard cake? Was it when he was 40?
Wait, what keyboard cake?
She made
It was
you
a
a
while
keyboard
ago.
cake.
It was a
You
while
don't
ago.
even remember that?
I just seen that picture the other day.
I don't remember that.
It's been a minute.
But anyways, he had a birthday cake, so they had little birthday parties, and I'd be sitting there like, where's my half? I want a half of the cake. So anytime y'all fast forward until your 50th birthday. So in 3 years, people, hopefully I'll still be on. We're gonna have a roast for this man. I am gearing up. I got saved pictures. We're gonna have a nice little roast. I don't care if nobody wanna be, I'm gonna do it.
Somebody gonna roast me? I know my.
Really, somebody. Everybody in this fucking room is ready.
I know some of my.
I'm just extra ready.
I know some of my coworkers were trying to roast me a few years back. I don't remember how long.
No, but I think we should do it like his big 50, like pow. You 50. You halfway to 100.
Yeah, run a banquet and
Feel
everybody
me?
have a stage.
Man, look. Y'all got jobs, kids. Don't be pointing at me. Y'all motherfuckers got jobs. This little boy own a fucking barbershop. He a little technology shit. You a nurse? Shit. Don't be pointing fingers. Y'all order a banquet. Get some food and open bar. You know. And then, I just come and, entertain. I'm ready. I got pictures for days.
All
Even
right.
though you try to steal all the pictures from the house, I went to Mexico, started taking pictures. Ooh, I don't have that at the house. Picture. I started taking pictures for days.
What, they got pictures on the walls?
Yeah. You want to show me? Want me to show some?
No,
I can
no,
show
no,
some
it's all
today.
good, it's all good.
Hello. I got them.
It's all good.
All right. So let's show. So my brother, if you watch some past episodes, my brother is into, what do you call this craft? Like wood crafting?
Woodcraft. I guess.
I'm still
carving.
waiting for my fucking sign.
Hey, wait. Okay, there's a
I
lot.
gotta pay you.
There's a lot of.
That's
yes,
what I said.
Yes, that might help a little bit.
Get the fuck off my stage.
No, I'm a little behind. But I'm gonna make your sign.
I'm still waiting. Cutting edge 54 salon alcohol.
I got the design. I got the design ready. I just haven't completely cut it yet.
How many? when did I talk about this? Like episode 6, 9.
Was it?
That
I
was
thought-
like
I thought it
fucking
was episode
more.
8.
I know it was past before that.
Oh, I thought
It was when you made CJ a fucking little plaque. Hello, that was like
Hey, CJ.
episode 2.
Hey, I
That
miss-
was 7 episodes ago.
Hey, let me just shout out to CJ.
CJ got a plaque.
Miss you, love you, biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say shout out to CJ if he's watching.
Right, he's still my friend.
Yeah,
Why be
he's
looking
cool.
at me like that? Like I ain't gonna say nothing bad.
No, I know. I'm just trying to deter the conversation to
No,
something else.
never. Have you just met me? Do you not know?
There's a lot of people in this
that would
in the
agree
shop
with me.
right now that
will agree with
I
me.
owe a lot of stuff to. There's a couple people over there, right there, in the
Everywhere,
front row.
everywhere,
The front row,
everywhere,
and the back row.
everywhere.
Hey, I'm trying.
This is it, but that's his side hustle. But I want to
that
show.
is a side hustle.
This is
and
his side hustle. He works for an engineering firm, doing
Yes.
some underground some
yes,
shit, whatever.
yes,
the
that's
fuck.
my regular job, and this is just more of a hobby. So, I know. I'm just
saying.
I'm not
I'm
used
just saying.
I'm not
trying to help you.
I'm not in your spotlight.
I'm trying
sorry.
to help. I'm sharing
Okay.
my spotlight.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah. So that's just my side hustle, and I made something here for my brother for today's show, which is actually gonna go with my mom once I finish it. But how do I? Do I need to bring it up?
in.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it up so you guys can see it. And I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see it. But
So this is wooden.
this is all
It's
wood.
carved. It's carved in there. He painted this into it, and then they just added the lights.
And there's a little bit
Down.
extra right there.
There you go. You're good.
So it says Alex D.
No, it's just Alex. It's just Alex with
Oh.
some blue roses.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm
Cut her
just so
off.
used to
Cut
calling
her
him
off.
Alex
Cut
D.
her off.
Well, that's what he used to go by. Shit, I got that tattooed on my back. Alex D.
So
I call
anyways,
him my little big brother, and then this is my big little brother. Little.
All right, enough of that.
And that
Wait a minute. What do you mean by little? I
Little.
mean, it
And
depends.
height.
In height,
Yeah.
depends on what I'm wearing, though. I mean, if I wear my Skechers, I'm 5'6".
Skechers. You should have said,
5'6",
yeah, come on,
5'7".
bro. At least
I
say
mean-
Tim's. Like, let's.
No, the Tim's don't add a lot of height.
They add more
I
Skechers.
think Skechers add a little more height. What do y'all think? I mean, I'm just saying.
Fucking say K-Swiss.
K-Swiss doesn't add no height. I'm sorry.
Something. Skechers.
Skechers they add a little bit more. They're like at least I'm at least 5'7".
don't got Velcro, that's why.
I'm at least 5'7" with some Skechers. I'm wearing my Adidas shell toes tonight, so I'm probably like 5'5" and 3/4.
I can't get over you said Skechers. Like, why would you admit that? Like, we're live.
I mean,
Skechers.
I don't care.
My mom wears Skechers. You don't know where you are they cloud fucking foam and shit? Like, what the fuck? Skechers?
You want to know what mom used to buy me back in the day? You want me to really go there?
Pro Wings?
No.
What?
No.
What did she buy you?
It was what was the store? Was it Ventures or AMPM? I
It's
don't remember what it was
hold on, it's
called.
Ventura. It's
Oh,
Ventura.
Zayres.
Let's get it right.
Zayres.
And that was
Zayres.
not theirs, it was Zaire.
No, it was
Okay,
Zayres.
hello. Hello.
Zayres.
Let's get the names right. We
Okay.
from the hood, it's Zaire. And
We were at-
Ventura.
We were at,
Hello. And like Target. It's not Target, it's Target. Hello.
I had the
And
imitation.
Walmart.
I had
Walmart.
the imitation Jordans, right? Imitation Jordans that look kind of like.
At least she had me on sporting some LA Gears with the little flames.
You were
and
too
stuff.
little, but they had no rubber sole on the bottom. I remember that. It was strictly plastic. It was plastic. So when I was in gym,
You just kept sliding?
I couldn't play kickball because I would slide everywhere. There was
I don't
no
remember
grip.
that.
There was no screech
Ma.
or nothing.
Remember, he's talking about you.
Mom,
Telling you.
no, Mom, I love
See?
you. I love
I
you.
told you, he's talking
I love
about you.
But
Now you're really gonna get the real Eddie. See, your favorite child
This
over
is-
here.
this is-
Now you're really
this
gonna
is-
get him.
This is what I went through. This is what I went through in my lifetime. You know. So yeah, that's how it was. Sorry. you were more privileged than I was. And my brother was even more privileged because he had the real Jordans, and I didn't have none of the good stuff.
Until I convinced him to not. I actually convinced my brother to like, you know, like I don't have anything against Jordans, but I cannot spend $200 on some gym shoes. I'd rather get like 2 or 3 pairs of gym shoes of Nike or Reebok or Adidas. And spend that same 200, because then you got different shoes for different outfits. You pair one pair of Jordans, even though there are some that I do want. Hello, Christmas presents. Hello, I'm here. But I'm just saying, I won't purchase them. But if somebody wants to buy them for me, hello, I'm okay with it.
The links are in the comments.
Catch me on Snapchat, Jessica Stylist, and I be posting Christmas present ideas, you know, all the time. Hello. I'll drop my fucking Cash App, you know what I'm saying? No. No, but growing up, memories.
Let's get into what we need to get into, right? I'll start. No, I'm good. I'm good. Obviously, you know,
I'll use this shirt. Luckily, it's black.
We're here to celebrate my brother's life. It's been 20 years since his death. You know, it's been tough on the family. I appreciate all the family that came out tonight.
Yes,
to be here
thank you.
Tonight, here on the show. B-Side Studios. Hey, much love. Maurice, great. You know, you came out and you're supporting our family and doing the show with my sister. I wasn't too sure about this show at the beginning.
Yes, let's talk about that real quick. So you weren't gonna bring it up. I was gonna bring it up.
But
So
you know, I'm totally supportive now. I mean, I wasn't, you know, I wasn't like 100% sure how this go. I like the vibe that everything has been going with the show and everything else, and I'm here to support my sister. I'm glad that she has this opportunity to share my brother's life, you know, and it's a tough show. It's a tough show for sure, you know, and I'm here to share with her. I'm here to support her. I'm here to, you know, comfort her, comfort my family, and share his life a little bit, you know, if we can. You know, my brother was not the easiest person to deal with sometimes. You know, he had a little bit of a short temper, and I do remember that. And you know, for me, you know, I wasn't in his teenage years. I was a young daddy, so I kind of left the house a little bit early, and I wasn't there for him in those early, you know, in those teenage years.
I
know she was, and
I'm gonna talk. To remind me, I'm gonna talk about the cheeseburger story. I'm gonna share some stories.
You know, but my brother was like a big.
Is that you or me?
He was like a big bear. You know, he was like you know, just a lovable bear. You know, he was a lot bigger than me. Big bone.
Was he like 6 feet? Did he hit
No,
6 feet? He was 6
like,
feet.
He was probably like.
Look at your mother.
No.
6 feet.
He was probably like 5.
You was just short, motherfucker.
9.
He was 6 feet.
He was like 5'9".
Oh, he was bigger than me.
He was 5'9".
He was 6 feet.
Size 11 shoe, maybe. I don't remember.
No, he went to like
He was like
13.
No.
He was a 13.
He was a 13 shoe size.
Oh, damn.
He was
I
6
way
feet
off.
tall. He was a big motherfucker.
He was not 6.
Hey, he was bigger than
Yes,
me.
he was.
He
Maybe
was
it was those
big.
Skechers that gave you a little more height.
All right.
It was, maybe you had your Skechers on that day. Maybe that's why he didn't look that little to you.
Maybe.
But you know what? But at that time, y'all were living over there in Elmwood Park, and you were in the attic, and the ceilings were kind of low. So maybe, you know, you couldn't like justify the height that he actually had, you know.
Probably. But either
He
way,
was a big dude.
he was definitely
Meticulous.
He was a lot bigger than I was.
That boy was meticulous. Like that boy used to iron his socks. Who irons their fucking socks? He ironed the little, what you call them, little white shirts, the Dagos.
The white
These are-
tees.
yeah.
White tees.
The white beaters, I call them they goes. Like they used to like that's probably inappropriate, right? No offense to my Italian people. But I'm just saying, like wife beater. How was that better? I did it. Wife beater, like no, I don't promote no beating unless she deserves it. But I'm just saying, like I don't like wife beater. I prefer Dago. White t-shirt that you wear. I don't know what you call them. Appropriate. I don't even know. I buy them from a tank top. It's a tank top. The little white. He used to iron his tank tops. That boy used to brush, clean his shoes with a toothbrush every fucking day.
All of us.
I still do that. Only on my Adidas. No, only on my Adidas. Only on my
On your
Adidas.
Skechers.
No, only on my Adidas.
You know what you're gonna get for Christmas?
I know.
He's
I don't want.
gonna get a Skechers gift card.
I have
Skechers.
a couple
How did
Skechers.
you like?
I have a couple Skechers, but the majority
I've
of my
never
shoes
owned
are
a pair of
still
Skechers.
Adidas.
I'm a woman. I never owned Skechers.
Listen, let's get away from Skechers.
That Skechers to me are like what's some ugly little shoes I was talking about them with the holes. Crocs. Skechers to me are like Crocs. Like nobody should have Skechers on unless you're like a nurse or a teacher.
I was just trying to add some height.
Put some insoles in your shit. Yes.
No, but then it hurts my feet. You know, so I am an Adidas. I'm 100% Adidas. 100% Adidas.
What's that song?
Not
My
Nike.
Adidas.
I am not a Nike fan at all.
I
Never
am.
been,
I am. Hello, Nike.
never in
Hello.
my whole life.
I support anybody that want to support me. Hello. Skechers, yo. I will rock your bitches if you got your girl. You feel
Like I
me?
said, my Skechers
Don't
are
worry.
strictly to add a little bit of height. That's it. That's all.
You
it
got
is.
lights on them? Skechers
I don't
got
have,
lights.
No, I don't have lights on them. No, sorry. No, I don't.
Skechers. You got Skechers?
Yes, I do have Skechers.
You got them now?
No, I don't have my.
Oh, you said I got Skechers. I thought you had. No, I
got my
thought you.
shell toes on.
I thought you had them. Like you have
No.
Skechers in your closet.
Yes, I
you?
do. Yes, I do. But just two pairs. Just two pairs.
That's not. That don't make it better.
But it adds 2
One
inches.
pair.
But
One
it adds 2
pair.
inches to my
No.
height, though. That's all I was looking for. That's it. That's it. Jesus. Can we go to something else?
I can't get over the Skechers. Like
2 inches of height. That's all it was. That's all it was.
I'm gonna cut
That's
off the
all.
mic real quick. We're gonna have a intervention after the show of why he
Yes,
should
if
not
we
have
need to, if
Skechers,
we need
please.
to,
Thank
if we
you
need to.
very much. You mixed it, or is it straight?
Sorry.
Oh,
It's kinda
damn,
flat.
boy, mom,
It
you
was
gonna have
messy.
to. You gonna have to. After how my nephew put. Do I need to drink some more? Mom, you're gonna be driving home, please. Thank you very much. Because my nephew said, "Bitch, you gotta drink some more."
All right, that's
But-
all that was left.
Damn, nephew. You can't put that in my cup because then I feel like I gotta drink it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I drink.
Cheers.
Salud.
Where
Well,
we
we'll do
going?
a salud. Salud. But before we really get into the shits with my brother and his story, I also want to give a shout out to my cousin Teresa, who, when all of this happened that day, it was actually her birthday. So today is actually one of my cousin's birthdays. Who, when we get into the story, I'm gonna get into the story of that day of what happened. We were actually celebrating her birthday. Unfortunately, she ended up passing 3 months after. She passed away in February the following year of what was that? 2002.
Yeah, 2002.
So 2002 of February, she ended up passing Teresa Arias to my Arias family. So that day we were actually celebrating her birthday. I think she was turning 25. So I want to just, say a happy birthday to her in heaven. But we can actually go. I'm gonna start talking about the day that it actually happened, so you guys can understand. So, well, hold on, because I gotta talk about the cheeseburger story. Because like me and my brother, I always share this story, and I have to share this story. So there's a cheeseburger story we'll always talk about. So me and my brother my older brother is 5 years older than me, and my little brother is 5 younger than me. I don't know if my mama had that planned or just after every 5 years she was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna have another baby." I don't know, but he was 5 years younger than me. So like when he was living in Bensonville, we were living in Bensonville, and my brother and I had this love-hate relationship where it was kind of like one of those. We would fight all the time. I mean, me and my brother used to fight. When I say we used to fight, we used to throw hands. And I mean, he pulled out a knife on me. I pulled a knife on him. Like we do crazy. We were crazy. But he always like it's kind of one of those like like he could call me a bitch, but if somebody else called me a bitch, he was at their throat. You feel me? Like it was never. He always had my back, and I always had his back. I mean, when I tell you we went through some shit. But I'm gonna talk about the cheeseburger story. So I used to work when we were living in Bentonville. I used to work at this logistics company, and I work second shift. I used to get out at 10:30. So back in them days, McDonald's used to have this little special. On Wednesdays, the hamburgers were like 49 cents. And then on Thursdays, the hamburgers, see, you remember that shit. You all like me. The hamburgers were like 59 cents. So I don't know if it was a Wednesday or a Thursday, but this motherfucker, I pulled up into the drive and he's like, wait. Take me to McDonald's. Literally, McDonald's was like 2 blocks, I want to say. I think 2 blocks away from the house. He's like, take me to McDonald's real quick. Let me get some cheeseburgers. And I said, man, like you could have fucking walked there. Like, why the fuck? He's like, come on, take me. I said, well, I'm going to take you as long as you give me a cheeseburger. Because you can get 5. The limit was 5. So I said, okay, all right, fuck it. You jump in the car, I'm going to take you. So boom, I take him, right? Boom, we go get the little cheeseburgers. We get back to the crib. And at this time, it's late. It's maybe close to 11 o'clock at night. My mama's sleeping because she got to get up at 3:30, 4 in the morning and shit. It's just me and him. So we get in the house. He's like, ha, sucker, you ain't finna get no cheeseburger. Do you see me? I said, bitch, yes, the fuck you is gonna get. Do you understand? We got into a tussle. We got into a whole fucking fight. I said, you gonna give me a cheeseburger? I'll take your whole fucking bag and all this bullshit. We got into a fight so bad that we woke up my mama. My mama had to come out her room, and that was a no. So she came out the room like, what are you guys fighting about? I mean, when I tell you we was fighting, all of that shit. I just wanted to do that because you were here. But anyways, it was just like we fought, and then she was like, what are you guys fighting about? I'm like, I want my fucking cheeseburger. And it wasn't that I was even hungry. It was the principle of the thing. You needed to give me my damn cheeseburger. So she was just like, if you told her you were going to give her a cheeseburger, you need to give her the cheeseburger. Do you understand that he had to give me a cheeseburger because now my mama came out the room? And when my mama came out the room, you had to do what the fuck she said. So he was like, here. So he throws a little cheeseburger, right? So now we in the living room eating a little. So I ate that cheeseburger. I took the most littlest bites. That little cheeseburger, 4 bites, the bitch is gone, right? I think I took like 12. A bitch, yes. And then fuck you, whatever he was talking. And then like I go into my room because I had the first floor room and then he had an upstairs room. And fuck you. We fight. We still fighting after I ate the cheeseburger. We still fighting. Do you understand? But this was a relationship. So I go into my room watching TV. And then he comes in and like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm watching TV. Well, move over. Well, all right, fine. I'll move over, but just don't touch me. It's one of those relationships where like you can watch TV with me, even though I don't like you right now because you didn't want to give me a cheeseburger. But just as long as you don't touch me, you can watch my TV. Even though my TV was like this big, I think I had like a 13-inch or some shit. And then the TV in the living room was bigger, but just because you tight and you so close, it's just like you just want your brother or your sibling next to you. You gonna be in the shits, but it's just like just don't touch me. But that was the relationship we had though. We would always fight, but like make up. Like look, this little boy. He used to get into like he did a lot of shit. He got into like anybody that knew my little brother. He used to get into some trouble, but it wasn't like all bad trouble. There was always a reason behind the mischievous stuff. Like he stole the dog, but he saved the dog though. You feel me? Like okay, her name was Misha. He was a Brindle pit bull mix. So he'd be in Chicago. He used to see her stuck on the porch, linked up to like a big old lock on her neck and all of that shit. And then he kept walking by her and seeing her just sitting on. It was cold as fuck. He would just see her outside. So next thing you know, he comes home with this fucking dog. I'm like, why you got a dog? Like, and she was so sweet. She was a puppy. And then it was next thing you know, like my mom didn't want. My mom never wants dogs, but we always had dogs. But she was just like, I don't want that dog. I'm like, but she's so sweet. So then he convinced me to keep her. We ended up keeping her. But he stole her to save her life though, because she just had. When I tell you, the lock was like huge. It was not. But he was mischievous where he shouldn't have stole the dog. I don't promote stealing dogs and stuff. But at the end of the day, he ended up stealing, like saving her life, right? At the end of the day. So we talk about the day. So November 17, 20 years ago. That was a good day and a bad day. It was a good day because well, hold on. So prior to all of this happening, my brother used to get in trouble. And I don't know, there's some story that my mom, I back and forth with it. But my mom, what did you tell him? Something about my mom always told me, I don't know if she tells you the same thing, but my mom always told me, be careful what you do. People that got children, that whatever you do, when you have children will come back to you. It's not even twofold, threefold, it's tenfold. Like she'd be like, whatever you do is gonna come back to you 10 times. I'm like, makes me that after I have my children, I'm like, man, how bad was I? Like, fuck, I don't think I was that bad. But she always says, like, whatever you did as a child is gonna come back to you.
What goes around comes around, right?
But not tenfold. Like, damn, at least 2, like the double, like 10. This lady was totally 10. I don't think I was that bad.
I mean, my kids aren't saints either.
Talk about.
Okay.
I had one that snuck out when I wasn't aware of it, and the cops showed up.
One?
Yeah, that's the only one.
That's the only one that you know of.
The only one.
You telling me that Juju never stuck out?
He probably did, but the cops didn't bring
That's
him
my
back.
tech guy too. You only had one that got caught.
And actually crashed the car on the corner of an intersection.
That's
when
a
she didn't have
registered nurse. Hello, watch your nurses. No.
Didn't have a license at the time.
But kids are gonna do crazy shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I have a 15-year-old who's almost about to be 16 next month. And so, when I be like, oh, this motherfucker, going through my shit, my girlfriends always be like, what were you doing at 15? I'd be like, bitch, I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about him. You don't want to know what I did at 15. Well, I'm not going to share it tonight. he over there looking. He off his glasses.
Hey, you need 4 hours. You need 4 hours for that show.
What were you doing at 15, motherfucker? I'm talking about me. Don't be. You got your own stories. We gonna need 6 for you. No, I was probably worse than you. Was I worse than you? I don't know if I was worse. I don't think so.
Maybe. I don't know. Either way.
I didn't sell your sister a keg. I didn't sell my little sister a keg at the underage.
What?
Remember when you were working at the liquor store?
Hey, wait.
Yeah, I didn't say the liquor store. I'm just saying when you worked at a liquor store.
What? I gave you a keg?
Oh, I paid for it, but
You
I
were
was not. I
underage?
was not a 21.
Oops.
Well, you you bought it, but I took it.
Was I over 21?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Where
I
you
don't
work?
know.
I don't know. Whatever.
Either way
Scratch
it
that
goes.
story.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that one. But anyways, that day, so November 17th, 20 years ago, I will say you don't know what's gonna happen that day. So I like yesterday I was contemplating when I was thinking about the show. So it's always kind of like I don't know what day I hate worse, because it's like the day before, not knowing that your life is gonna change the next day or that day. So that day, 20 years ago, I think it was I don't know if it was a Friday or a Saturday. Saturday?
Yes.
So that day, Saturday, we actually, like me and my little brother, actually, the beginning of the day, we spent the whole day actually with my mom. We went shopping. We went to go out to eat. We didn't even fight. Like, that was surprising because we usually fight. But we didn't fight. And so I was actually going to go out that night, and he was going to go out that night. And my mom ended up giving us a ride to Chicago, to our old neighborhood, actually, to our old neighborhood. So she dropped us off. I want to say it was almost like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I was actually going to wear the chain and I forgot. So He actually ended up giving me a chain that night that I still have. Because he got a chain for my dad. It was big old fucking big chain. You know, the fucking brother liked to be
Didn't
like.
you guys see him like that
No, we seen him
or the weekend before?
The weekend before. So that's why he wanted to give me. He wanted to give me the little chain with the little pendant. It was like, give me $20. You know, because he always for money. My brother. If anybody knew him from Keystone or anybody anywhere, like my brother was not one to be like, yo, let me get $1. He'd be like, yo, let me get 5. And you'd be like, no, I ain't got it. So he'd be like, okay, well, let me get 4. Be like, no, I ain't got it. Well, fuck, you ain't even got $2 or $3. Like, he would make you feel bad for not giving him money. Like, what? Like, who? Like, he was a hustler for real. But anyways, so that day, we ended up, my mom dropped us off on Keystone. I went to my girlfriend's house. He ended up going out with his homeboy. He ended up going down the street, meeting up like 2 of his friends. So my cousin Teresa, who passed away, came and picked me up, and I headed out to the south side. He was on the block with his boys, 2 of them, and one of them had his girlfriend. So the girlfriend, one of the homeboys asked them, like, yo, come walk with me. She stayed like maybe about 2 blocks away. Let's go drop her off, and then we go kick it for the rest of the night. So they did, which ended up why he was in where he was at. So in Chicago, you got these blocks where you got this big old apartment building, and then you got an alley, and then you got a row of houses, right? So my brother and his other friend were staying by the apartment building while this other dude went and walked his girlfriend to the house, and they did the little kissy face and goodbye, you know, what girlfriend and boyfriend should do it back in then. So my brother, being who he was from that neighborhood. When you from a certain neighborhood in Chicago, you know who belongs in that neighborhood, who don't belong in that neighborhood, and what looks a little fishy. So we all nosy. So my brother seen a car in the alley, and that didn't look like it belonged there. And there was a bunch of dudes there, and they said, "Yo, you know what y'all doing?" They started questioning them. Next thing you know, some words were exchanged, and then they started shooting. My brother at that point was in the middle of the alley, turned around, caught a bullet to the back of his neck, and it came out his cheek. 1 bullet. So
it must have hit something major, of course, because that took him out. I don't know if it happened before the ambulance got there or when the ambulance was there. He was gone. 1 bullet. So I get a call within an hour of departing from him, because literally I left that neighborhood between 9:45, 10 o'clock. I get a call from my mother at 11. Well, she paged me, because back then we had pagers. So she paged me, and so I called her back from the house phone, and she said, yo, she told me the name of the hospital. I can't even remember. What's the name of the hospital? Masonic, the one on the north side?
Yes.
So it was a north side hospital up by like Lincoln, Diversity, Belmont, in that fucking area. And she said, your brother's been shot. You need to get up to the hospital. She said she was waiting on, him to call her back. But if you ever fucking know my brother.
Let me jump in a little bit. Just to share the story, because
everybody has their own point of view.
No, it's not my point of view. It's like what actually happened. I mean, I was there. Obviously, I know what happened. I was actually at a friend's house that day, and since you're gonna share everything, I'm gonna share everything with you. I was at a friend's house that was not too far from the hospital. That day, we were actually watching a fight. I think it was like Rockman and I can't remember the name. I can't remember the other fighter right now. But either way, it was a fight that we were watching tonight. And the funny thing is that same night, my brother had called the house, and we still had house phones back then,
Right.
And he had called me, and he was actually trying to sell me a DVD recorder, like it records from DVD to DVD. I hate to say this, but
it's old school.
That he actually stole. I'm sorry. But he was trying to sell
He
it to
probably
me.
sold it with grandma in the
Yeah, he
car.
probably was. Sorry, mom.
He
Sorry,
probably
mom.
did it when she was in the
But
car.
anyways, he had stole it. He was trying to sell it to me, and at that day, you know, I was planning to go to my friend's house, and I do remember that I had put the phone down for a second, and I forgot all about that he was on the phone. And then when I got back on it, I'm like, hello, and he's like, man, that was bogus. How you leave me on the phone like that? And I'm like, oh, sorry, you know, I forgot, and never crossed my mind to like invite him. You know, like I kind of feel sometimes like I could have changed what
You
could have
can't.
happened that night.
You can't.
I asked to talk to him.
But things happen for a reason. And I was at my friend's house. I got a call. My mom got the call first, and I believe she called my family.
No.
And well, they
She
called the
didn't.
house. They called the
She called the
house
house.
at Elmwood. They got a hold of me, and you know, obviously, I was close to the hospital, so you know, my mom was a little hysterical, obviously, and you know, I didn't want to go drive back to Bensonville where she was at because I was so close to the hospital, knowing what, you know, where he was at. So I just went straight to the hospital, and
She was already on her way though.
yeah, my mom unfortunately had to go on her own, and my sister was on the south side.
I was on the south side, but
we're
see,
all
like
over the place. You
we
know,
were
so-
all over the place. But in the same token, like blessing in disguise in a little bit, because I was on the south side with like all of my cousins because we were celebrating. We were not only celebrating my cousin Teresa who passed away, it was her birthday, but we were also like, I don't even know, it was somebody's baptism. I don't know. We were like, I was literally with all my cousins on my mom's side of the family. Well, you know, so we were all at this one party. I get the phone call. I call her back. She tells me what's up. She tells me to go to the hospital, whatever. And at that point, I was in denial. I was just like, he's gonna be okay. I went back into the party and sat there and had my little drink, like I don't want to. And my cousins were like, yo, like we need to get to the hospital. And I was just like, nah, he's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. Like whatever. He probably, you know, got shot in the arm or some shit, like whatever. So in turn, they ended up calling their parents, who are my mom's cousins, and letting them know what hospital he was at or whatever, where to go to. So then finally I finished my drink, and they literally threw me in the car, and we went deep. We were like 6 cars deep going up to the north side from the south. We were like on 47th and Pulaski. We went all the way to the north side going, and then we're driving, and I remember like one of my cousins, we're following each other because they from the south side. We don't know the north side. So one of them ended up taking the red light. The police pulled him over. So once we seen one car pull over, the rest of like the 6 cars ended up pulling over. The cop was just like, what the fuck's going on? He ended up coming to the first car, which I was in. My cousin told him what was up. Thank God for that police officer, because he was just like, yo, you know what? I'm going to follow me and I will take you guys. He actually ended up putting his lights on and taking us to the hospital, which was a few blocks away because that hospital is like hidden in those little streets and shit. But anyways, we ended up in the hospital. By the time I showed up, because I was dragging ass, everybody was there. When I tell you, my brother was there, my uncles and my aunts were there to support my mom.
Yeah, it was one of the toughest things in that we had to go through in my family. I was there first. My mom came after. My sister showed up with all my family. One of the toughest things we ever had to go through. But you know what? You know, he's one of many that have lost their lives in the violence that's been happening in Chicago for many years. In 2001, I don't even know how many deaths there were to gun violence. There was probably, 500 to 600. And I think I looked it up before I came in today. I think today, right now, it's like we're up to 700.
763.
763. We have a cop in
Fucking Popo's over here.
Yeah, Popo here.
We got
in the
Popo's over
audience.
here. We got the fucking statistics.
And you know what? It hasn't changed.
But
changed.
it's gotten worse, though.
It hasn't changed.
I don't promote gang violence, even though I used to be a gang. I don't promote gang violence, but
Well,
like at least
let me go back. Let me go back a little bit because, we didn't mention, what happened. Yeah, we mentioned. My sister mentioned what happened. It was gunshots that came out of an alley. What ended up happening after that is that the police automatically assumed that this. And I don't blame them that this was a gang related shooting. Um, I'm not gonna say.
I don't think it was gang related.
No. Let me finish because, my brother was known, and I ain't gonna lie. My brother had a little bit of a history with the police department. Nothing major, but because of that, I think that they automatically assumed that this was all gang related, and unfortunately, nothing ever came out of it. They never found who actually did it. It became a cold case after years.
I know.
And
I was at your house. Hello.
and that's just where it ended up going. And unfortunately, it is what it is. We never got any kind of closure from it.
No.
But
no, we didn't get any closure. You were not in the streets like I was in the streets. So I can tell you on my point. I don't know if it's facts or not. But according to the guys from the neighborhood, supposedly they got the guys, whoever did this shit to my brother. But that doesn't necessarily give me closure because
at the end of the day, it's like somebody else's family is going through the same bullshit we're going through. Like, I don't wish this upon nobody. But, and the guy didn't even know who the fuck he was even doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that gang shit is some dumb shit. You shouldn't just on some reckless shit. But regardless if he did or he didn't, if they got him or if they didn't get him, like, I always just leave it up to, like, at the end of the day, you're going to have to answer to your own creator. So whether you did good shit, bad shit, you know what the fuck you did. They know who if they got him, whatever. If they didn't get him, it's whatever. Because at the end of the day, when he actually ends up dying, he's going to have to answer to taking my brother away for whatever the fucking reasons he did. And it wasn't even a no hate shit, you feel me? So, like, the guys on the block say they did whatever the fuck they did, but at the end of the day, that doesn't make me feel any better because it's like somebody else's family is going through the same shit that we went through. You know what I'm saying? There is no like, oh, that makes me feel better because they got him or whatever. Like, that doesn't make me feel better because somebody's mother, somebody's brother, somebody's sister is going through the same shit that we're fucking going through. And it doesn't make me feel better. I just hate that they happened to my brother. Because, like, it's one bullet. When you got all these motherfuckers, they get shot like 10 times and they're still okay. So my brother at one point told my mother that she said something to him like about grandkids or when you get older or whatever. And he told her, like, I'm not going to be here for long, Ma. And my mom was like, oh, you're talking crazy. But it's like he knew he wasn't going to be here long. But in regards to all of that, it's just like he appreciated life. He did what the fuck he wanted to do. Everywhere he went, everybody was smiling, laughing. It was always a laughter. Like, we had his birthday party. So prior to him passing, that September, his birthday is in September. So we ended up having his birthday party. He was turning 17, actually. You remember my cake? So I was in charge of ordering the cake. So I went and ordered the cake. I was fucking 22. Didn't order no cake. I don't know about no cake. So the lady was like, oh, you want a full sheet? And I said, yeah, give me a fucking full sheet. I'm thinking like a little, like, like the regular little fucking full sheet, right? And I said, just make sure it says 17. Because, like, he hadn't had a birthday party in a minute. He was always in some shit. So I said, we're going to have you a big-ass birthday party. You turning 17. Let's do it, right? Do you understand? This fucking cake was as big as a screen. Like, this bitch, like, I put this motherfucker in the car. I ended up breaking it because it was so fucking big. We couldn't even fit it in the fridge. Like, it was so fucking big. We couldn't even put it in the fridge. Like, it was a big, dumbass cake. But hey,
Everybody, I don't know if anybody ate, but we had a big ass party. So I'm glad that at least that, like we at least had that. We ended up celebrating his birthday. He was turning 17 in
You don't have, like,
September.
a big banda and
Yeah, we
everything?
had a
Like,
big we had a big cookout. We had out of cheddar on the fucking grill. My mom's boyfriend at the time ended up fucking getting this big ass banda. We had the police called on us like 3 times. So you know that was a big ass party. Like, you know, like we did it big for his 17th birthday, and then unfortunately 2 months later he ended up, whatever happened. But at the end of the day, like, you know, unfortunately he had told my mom, you know, at that time, like he wasn't gonna be here. It's like he knew. But I will say, like, from as far as I know, regardless of how he lived his life, doing the shit that he did, like anybody that knew him always ended up having a smile on his face. Anytime he was in a atmosphere or wherever the fuck he was at, like people were laughing, you know, people were smiling, people knew who the fuck my brother was. See, so either you didn't fuck with him. You remember when you got pulled out the car? I shouldn't bring up that story. I shouldn't bring. You remember?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? My brother was better known in the neighborhood in the last area. I mean, in Keystone, when we lived on Keystone, you know, I was already a teenager when we moved there. My brother was young, and you know, he grew up in that environment in that area, and like the neighborhood knew him. I didn't know anybody there, you know. So I used to go to my old neighborhood, and it was funny because I used to hang out with these guys next door, and their friends came over one time, and
Thank
they're
you.
like, oh, you know, Alex is your brother. I'm like, yeah, that's my brother. Like, yeah, we know that little motherfucker is crazy.
Right.
Like, what do you mean he's
But
crazy?
a good crazy,
like,
though.
Like, I'm like, yeah, that dude is crazy. I'm like, and then, you know, I'm gonna share a story because I remember this. So I had moved. I had
Tell your
left the
story. I'll be
house.
back.
Yeah, I had left the house and I had came back, and we were living still on Keystone, and I remember that it was a summer, and the kids in the middle of the block had the hydrant open, and
Oh my God! Is
and
it when the guy came back and was
yeah,
trying to fight?
and
I
so
remember that one.
you know, obviously anybody that lived in Chicago, open up the hydrants, you get a 2x4, you know, you put the water up, and so they were playing with the water on the hydrant, and this car was coming through, and he stopped, and my brother was at the hydrant with the 2x4, and you know the guy had stopped prior to the water being up, and he told him to put it down. So my brother put it down, and as soon as the car went, and it was a convertible. As soon as the car went, my brother put the water back up, and they got all wet, right? So the dudes ended up parking, and they were talking to the kids and whatever. They found out, you know, where my brother lived, and I was like right across the street. So they came over to the house, they rang the doorbell, and they're like, "Hey, two guys came to the house, and they're like, hey, is that your brother over there?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my brother." He goes, "Well, you know, he told me the story. They're like, we tried to stop. We told him to put the water down, and when we went through, they put the water up, and now my radio's messed up." You know, he had some sort of radio in his car. So I was like, "Oh shit," you know. And these guys you know, I don't know who they were, but you know, they didn't look, you know, they look, you know, they were from the neighborhood. That's all I can say. And
I remember that story.
And they were like, "Well, you know what? You're gonna have to, you know, figure something out because he messed up my radio. My radio is done." So luckily, I had another radio like in my house and everything, and I gave him that radio.
Is that what you did? I was just telling your mom about the story.
No, I gave him a radio,
and then
I gave him cash. I gave him another. I gave him $100, $75 or $100.
So I was just telling your mom about the story because I remember part of the story, but I thought I cussed his ass out.
No,
okay, maybe that was in my head.
You weren't even there. You weren't even there.
That might have been a different time.
All I could tell you
because I'm just saying, like, if you in Chicago,
these dudes
were
from the hood. They were from the hood. They were from the neighborhood.
Are you trying to say that story so I don't tell the other story?
No, I'm just saying that they were from the hood and I had to do something. So they weren't gonna do nothing to my brother, but you know, because he was little, he was probably 9 years old at the time. I
Yeah,
don't know, 10 years
I
old
think
maybe.
that no, it had to be 8 or 9. But my thing is just like if you in the hood and there's a fire hydrant open, you the dumb that want to pass through the fire hydrant with your windows open.
No, but they told them to put it down.
It don't matter. You talking to children.
You're talking to my brother. That's
You
what
no,
happened.
but you're talking to an 8-year-old. How the fuck you gonna look at an 8-year-old and be like, man, look, I've been in the hood. I see a hydrant open. We old school, so we had to roll up our windows. We didn't have little automatic fucking buttons. We had to roll up our fucking windows, and we didn't have no sunroof. So we just had everybody roll up your window and fucking drive through. Because at the end of the day, that was our car wash. Hello.
That cost me a radio plus $100.
Why didn't you just fight the dude?
No,
It's my dad.
I wasn't
Come
gonna
on
live
now.
on that neighborhood. I wasn't gonna live. Those guys were from the hood. Trust me, they were from right down the street.
Is that when you got pulled
Keystone
out the car?
Luabensia. No.
You can't fight in Skechers.
You didn't have them on that day. You didn't feel strong. You didn't have your sketches on that day.
I didn't have my sketches on that day. I was feeling a little short.
The contacts. Oh my
I'm
God!
not-
Remember the contacts?
we're not talking about me though. We're not talking about me. Let's
But-
talk about my brother. Let's
No,
talk
but
about my
like
brother.
I want to also tap into like, so in regards to all of this, like everybody has their own way of grieving with shit that happens. So recently, I have a close friend of my friends who their father ended up passing away from cancer, and then their nephew ended up passing away. So I had one of their aunts hit me up and was just like, man, I know, because it was like right after my brother's birthday, and she was just like, man, I know you've gone through this, and it's almost similar to the same span of time where like their father passed away, and then like a few months later their nephew passed away, and it's kind of like she was asking me like, how do you deal with that? Like, how do you deal with the grief? Like everybody has their own way. Crying is one thing. Like everybody cries. Like everybody has their own way of letting it out. Like when my brother passed away, I was angry. Like I got hella angry. Like I want to say for like a year after that, like I just was an angry person. Like you couldn't tell me shit. I think I even like a priest was even trying to talk to me. I told the priest to like go fuck himself. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it was just I was just in a space like I want to do that shit now, but back then I was just in a space where I was angry. So it's just like everybody has their own like, and I always get like because it's been so long, and like people ask me all the time like, how do you deal with it? Like how do you deal with it with your brother passing or whatever? And like there is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. And I just tell them like everybody has to grieve in their own way. Like I use anger for a long time because like I use question like why him? Why me? Why my family? Like why that? And then not only then because like when I speak on my cousin Teresa, at that time like she was like one of my best friends. Like that was a sister to me. So 3 months later, you done took this person away from me. So not only did you take my little brother away from me, now you took one of my best friends away from me. So I became double angry. So like I was just in a bad space, in a bad time. That's when I caught my like second DUI. But anyway, away from all of that shit. But I'm just saying, like at that time, like like I used anger. That was like my protective thing. I was angry. I just like I closed everybody off. I was like, luckily I had people around me that took me out of that shit. But like then you got to go through the process of healing. So my healing is talking about it. So like when this day when I noticed I was going through my show dates and I seen this day fall on my brother's anniversary, and I brought it to my family because I wasn't gonna just do it without a blessing from them because it's a touchy subject. So when I brought it, just like my brother said at the beginning when he came on, like he was against it. So I was just like, why? Like I feel like this is a story to share. People are gonna go through it, are have gone through it, and it's just like my outlet is talking about it. Everybody has a different outlet. My thing is like whatever you feel that will help you heal. I talk about it all the time, but if you can take from my brother, I talk about everything all the time too much.
Way too much.
Bitch, you on my show? Fuck, are you talking about? Oh, not no. Okay. What's a nicer word of saying bitch? Like, you on my show, but my thing is just like the only thing I want y'all to take away from my story and me sharing this with y'all is just like appreciate life, like live, like if you want to go after a business, do it. If you want to go after something, just do it. Like you are the only person in your own way. But prior to my brother passing, I can say for myself, I was a mean motherfucker. Like I was a mean. Like I didn't give a fuck about shit. I'm gonna fuck everybody. Like I was in my gang shit. You feel me? Like I was a mean motherfucker. So prior to that, and then like I won't even go into the stories about all of that because there's be a whole different show. But prior to that, once my brother passed away, it was kind of like, man, I'm kind of glad that we had that day where we didn't fight, where we felt the love between each other. So after to him passing, I made a promise to like make sure that everybody I'm around knows that I love them. Because you don't know what happens tomorrow. And maybe it's me talking, maybe it's me laughing, maybe it's whatever. But like my impression on this world, like what do you want to leave? What's your impression that you want to leave on this world? And so that's at that time I decided like once I got over my anger, once I was able to cope with whatever the fuck happened, because it literally took me like 6 months for me to even go visit my brother. So once I was able to go through the motions, because I think that's part of healing, is that you actually have to feel the pain. You have to actually feel those emotions. You actually have to go through those and feel all of that for you to pass through it, for you to get through it, for you to get to the other side. And as you can see, 20 years later, it still makes you cry. It still makes you hurt. But there is a light at the end. There is something past that. There is, I see my children grow. I see him and my children. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I tell you that the name Alexander is heavy in our family as middle names, like, oh Lord, everybody in my family, at least every cousin in my family at least got a fucking child with a middle name of Alexander. You feel me? Like, but that's the impression that you want to leave in this life. Like, what are you gonna leave? Like, that's the thing that makes me think when I think about my brother, like he left an impression on people. And it like regardless if he was a troublemaker, if he was a gang member, regardless of any of that shit, you speak to anybody. Like my girlfriend, like Maurice just posted, like my girlfriend who lived on the block that I actually just seen this weekend, like regardless, like he used to walk her to the bus stop. You feel me? If he seen her walking, he would walk with her just to make sure she was good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the impression you're gonna leave on this earth? That's the important thing. Like, I can't, like, it saddens me that he's gone. But at the same time, I see that, like, the impression that he left on people, when people want to share their stories with me about him, have always been a positive thing. They're always laughter. There's always like, oh, that crazy. Like he was a crazy motherfucker, but it was always on some good shit though. You feel me? Like he was always leaving you with a smile on your face. He always felt like he had your back. He always like, so to me, it's just like, that's life though. That's the importance of life. Like, what's the impression that you're gonna leave on this earth on people? Regardless of whatever the fuck you did in your past life in the streets or whatever, like that's important. So like when I leave, even though my brother think I got a big mouth, like I want to make sure that like if I leave tomorrow, like you be like that crazy ass bitch, she always made me laugh. Hello, like I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And if he leave, I'm gonna make sure that to bronze his fucking 2-inch sketches. It's okay. You feel me? Like we okay with that. I would, you know, I gotta make notes about that. I'm gonna bring that up in your 50th fucking. I'm gonna bring that up on his. He shouldn't have never told me that shit. I didn't know that shit. I'm gonna
Sketchers were like 2 inches thicker.
No, I didn't know you had them. I thought you had like BK Nights or some Owens or some shit.
They
Like,
don't even make BK Nights anymore.
but I'm talking about back then. Back then, I thought you had like I had like you know like LA Gear and with the little flames. Hello, but I'm just saying like.
Hey, my brother had better shoes than I did. Okay, but that wasn't because that was my mom spoiling his ass.
No, that was you having babies at an early age.
No.
I ain't gonna say nothing because your child is right here, but I'm just
my
saying.
poor babies, they got Mega Mall imitation shoes.
That's okay. They don't care. Them children don't look. I don't care. Look, my child is 5 years old. If this motherfucker want Batman light up pink lights and shit on his shoes, guess what? He gonna get Batman light up and those bitches is $16. And if those make his fucking little feet happy, that's what he gonna get. These children don't care about no like, oh, I need Jordans on my feet, or I need Nikes or Adidas or whatever. That's us. That's us doing that shit. Them children don't care.
That's right there.
But that's because they grown. I'm talking about little children that are 5 years old. They want the little light up shoes. They want the little. No, but he's a teenager. I'm talking about little babies. They don't care about none of that shit. They want little cool shoes like Spider-Man and whatever the fuck other shit that like my child likes light up shoes. And I actually don't mind the little light up shoes because if you know my child, he be running around everywhere. So in the dark, if we out somewhere in the dark, I can see my child. Oh, there he go. He light up the light up shoes at. There he go. I know where my child at. It's true. You need some. I'm gonna get you some sketches with some lights. Did you wear them?
Yeah, they make them.
At least wear one. You would wear them?
Yeah.
Boy, don't play with me. Hello, Skechers light up shoes. What's your favorite color? I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna put him in notes.
Black.
I'm gonna put them in my notes. So watch. February 19th. Guess who's gonna be wearing some sketches with some lights? Hello. You know that's only like 10 weeks away. 12 weeks. What did I say? 12 weeks away.
But
Okay.
where we at?
Yeah.
Where we at?
So we're closing it up. Just share the story. Thanksgiving. Are we having Thanksgiving at your house? Yes.
I
Okay.
have
Thank
no
you.
idea.
Hello. It's either gonna be at you or Alina's house. It ain't gonna be at my house because I'm not cooking no fucking bird. I'm just saying. Yep, you see Julian Alexander, Monier Alexander, something Alexander, Mexico, I forgot. Santino Alexander. I'm telling you, Alexander been everywhere. We ain't gonna go through all of that. Well, we gonna close it up. Thanksgiving, turkey. I don't call it Thanksgiving, I call it Turkey Day. Because that was like a slaughter. The reality of Thanksgiving. But we won't go through all of that. I don't say Thanksgiving. I call it Turkey Day because at the end of the day, like I won't celebrate Thanksgiving per se, but I will come with my family and eat some bird, mostly like ham and tamales and egg rolls. And, I don't know, like we didn't have traditional, like we didn't. I don't know, like working at the salon that I work at and like dealing with the Caucasian women that like I don't like. What the fuck are turnips? And rhubarb or whatever the fuck. Like, the fuck is that shit? You eat that shit?
Who, me?
No. Is she pointing at one of y'all? Rhubarb? Turnips? I don't know. Like, that is a place that I don't know. I don't eat that. Every time I celebrate Thanksgiving with my family, it's almost been like a potluck or a buffet. I call it a buffet. Because you had everything from like Puerto Rican rice to Mexican rice to tamales to flautas to egg rolls to pepper steak to like everything.
Turkey.
We had some turkey. I ain't gonna talk about who had some dry ass turkey, but we got some turkey, which I really didn't like until I had some like real turkey. I'm like, oh, it's not supposed to be dry like this. And then you add the gravy and all of that shit. But like, Then they, like then I go over to like my little black side of the family when then they had like the collard greens and like the roast and the mac and cheese and oh my god, that's so good. But I love that I have United Nations all in my family. So, but I'm excited for Turkey Day, and then I don't know if they did it because of Turkey Day, where they actually had like Native American Heritage Day, which is like the Black Friday after.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what a Native American is?
No, I
Oh,
don't
you
know
don't
what
know the
that
day.
heritage day
So that was
is.
actually on my calendar. They have Native American Heritage Day, which
What
is
day is that?
actually the 26th of November, which is the day after they done slaughtered all their people. But that's because Columbus discovered America.
I have no idea.
But teach your children. I found out very, like they will tell you one story in school, but to teach them the right what happened. Like that's why I don't celebrate Thanksgiving because it was just a slaughter of our people. But I won't get into that. But we're gonna close up. You have anything else to say? Because I'm gonna close up the show. We've been on.
I don't know how long you've been on, but I mean, thanks again for allowing my sister who talked more than I did, sharing the story. Very important story that a lot of families go through. We're not going to be the first or the last that goes through something like this. Um, I think that I'm not sure that anything we could have done differently in my brother's life would have changed. I mean, I guess there could have been some things, but unfortunately, things happen. They happen for a reason. Sometimes you have to just kind of hold your faith and know that God in God's hands. Sometimes I'm not I don't practice the church thing too much. I know, Mom. I know. Sorry,
So,
Mom.
look at your mama. Please,
No,
when you
I
say
can't.
that.
So I'm looking down.
So look at your mama.
But I do have faith. I do have faith. Regardless.
Regardless.
And it's not a it's a situation that a lot of people go through every day, and since 2001. I mean, I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of people that have gone through what we're going through, and what we continue to go through. And I think a lot of things have to start with positive role models that I think sometimes these kids need. There's a lot of lost souls that are out there, and I'm not sure that maybe my brother was a lost soul at some point. And we never expected. I don't think anybody ever expects anything like this to happen in their family, but it happened to us, and we're living through it, and it hasn't been easy. I'm not gonna say that I forget, because I think every day I there's something that I share that I do that reminds me of my brother.
No.
And it's
Here.
it's
I'll share it after.
it's just something that I think it was important for my sister to share through her show. And
I'm just glad he got on board.
yeah,
Because when I talked about it, like I said before, he was against it.
and I'm not the typical guy that's on here doing these kind of things. I'm different than my sister. I'm not a loudmouth like my sister. Two different.
I would take that as a
personalities,
compliment,
two
sir.
different personalities,
Sir.
for sure. But this one was a little different. It was something that I wanted to participate a little bit on. And thanks again to B-Side Studios for allowing my sister to share her story, and allowing this to happen. And
No, but I think, but I'm piggybacking off of what you said. Like, I think there's an importance in regards to like I was telling you earlier, there's an importance. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a strong single mother. I'm a alpha female and all of that shit. But at the end of the day, like there is a reason, and I think I am a true believer in, like, there has to be a male presence in these children's lives, regardless if they're male or female. Only because there was a story that I was sharing with him earlier about this thing that happened down in Louisiana. There was a high school down there, and they had like 20 arrests in like a week of children. And there's this cluster of dads that actually came together and became an organization. And between like 5 and 8 of them actually monitor the schools every day since that point forward, because they're like, our children are not going to do this shit. And ever since them fathers have been in them schools, there hasn't been a fight. The attendance has been up. There hasn't been a occurrence of none of that shit. So, like, don't get me wrong. I always hear females like, oh, I don't need no dad in my life. I don't need, like, no, like, there is a reason why you need a mother you need a nurturer in the household, and you need a protector and a father in the household. Like, there is an importance of having a male role model in these children's lives. Like, I don't know if that would have been a difference in my brother's life, because if you knew my brother, he did what the fuck he wanted to do. I think it would have helped. I think there was a lot of programs that he was in and around that failed him, because I got into a lot of arguments with some of them people, but I won't bust them out. But you're always left with, when shit like that happens, you're always left with like, what could I have done different? You're left with sometimes guilt. Sometimes you're always replaying shit that you could, like, what happens if I didn't fight with him over that fucking last cheeseburger? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're always left with like, what could have happened, what could have not have happened. Like, but at the end of the day, it's like, what's gonna happen is gonna happen, regardless of whatever could have moved and whatever. So like, I just say, like, be present in your children's lives, regardless if you're a mother or a father. You giving me money?
No.
Like, oh, okay. I see you putting something on. I thought you were pulling something out of your pocket. I said, "Oh, we gonna get some money." You trying to cheer me up? Money always cheers me up. Christmas present. Hello, stylist Jessica. I'm just saying. No, but we're gonna close out the show. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Can I ask a special request from anybody that's willing to read something for me? It's a prayer. I don't think I can get through it. If anybody's willing to kind of close out the show with this.
Anybody here can fucking.
On camera? Off
Yeah,
camera.
on camera. It's just all they got to do is read. I just have a little.
Okay, well, before the prayer happens, let me get this out. So the next show of Sippin N Trippin is going to be December 1st. We will be placing, the next show is actually going to be supporting small businesses. I know Christmas is coming, big holiday, everybody go crazy. In regards to presents and shit, I am not one of those. Like, some people do Christmas lists. I don't do Christmas lists, only for the simple fact is I think that gives children.
I'm doing gift cards. What are you talking about? I'm doing gift cards this year.
Anyways, I will say I don't do Christmas lists, only for the simple fact is that I think it gives children like an idea of what they're gonna get, like what they should expect. And then to me, like, that's not what Christmas is about. So like, however you celebrate it, I don't judge, but I am really. But I don't judge you. But I'm just saying, like, I don't do that shit. So like, I am doing my next show December 1st. We'll actually be promoting small businesses. So if you have a small business, shoot me an email, get in contact with me. I have already one, but we're looking for 2 more small businesses to promote in the Chicagoland area that people can actually get away from the big stores, get away from Amazon, even though I'm a supporter of them, but get away from Amazon and just support these small businesses. Give the gift that actually means something to somebody, that actually maybe help with their health, that you actually put some thought into the gift, not just, here you go, get away from me. Like, in actuality, like, if we can do Christmas without gifts, I'd be a happy motherfucker. Just give me some food. Just feed me. I would be happy. But the next show, I am actually going to support small businesses. Give me a holler. If you got a small business, you think you want to get on the show, talk about your shit, show your shit, holla at me. That's gonna be the next show. Supporting small businesses. We're gonna put a promo out there in the next few days. Hit us up. Let me know. Maybe we can get you on the show. Show them what you're about. You know what your products are about. Not just getting gift cards from small businesses like Cutting Edge 54 Salon or Excel Barber Studio. You feel me? Or just giving smaller gifts that actually have a meaning. Oh shit, I got B-side studio. I thought I had Sippin and Trippin or some shit. But anyways, I have a cash app, so if y'all want to hit me up with a birthday Christmas present, hello. But then now you can go with your whatever you had in your
Nobody
pocket.
wants
X
to
got it.
X is gonna do it.
Godfather. Godfather.
Oh, speaking of that,
Yeah.
talking about since we on the Excel Barber Studio real quick, they gonna be celebrating their 1 year anniversary next week of being in business. Hello, my little nephew. He gonna have a party, but I can't disclose the information. But we're talking about Saturday, maybe. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying no. I'm off next Saturday. You should have next Saturday.
It's this Saturday.
Next Saturday. Why is it this Saturday? No, it's next Saturday.
It's next Saturday.
After Thanksgiving. After
No.
Black Friday.
The 20th. It's not even a party.
But it's before the fact, though. You gotta wait till after.
It's after the party.
It's after the first.
But anyway, we're not gonna do this on fucking camera. Hello.
5.
Let them do it.
It's-
5.
Huh?
5.
12 to 5?
12
When?
to 5 this Saturday?
Who
Oh,
kicked
who
my
kicked
damn
the
camera?
I'm sorry.
Now we got to shift over.
No, you can just get out my fucking shot. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to get in the game over here. No,
We're
good.
okay. Don't worry.
Good?
We're okay. It's all right. Don't worry.
It's all right. It's good.
All right.
Okay,
So,
He's gonna read the
this
prayer.
This is from this actual.
So this was actually from my brother's what do you call them? The wake? Memorial. Did you pick this prayer up?
I don't remember.
It's like that when I tell you I was angry, I was hella angry that a lot of that is fucking blurred out for me. Like I actually thought I was just talking to my mom about it on the way here. Like I thought we had 2 days of the wake. She's like, no, I think it was one. I'm like, I thought it was 2, but it was 1. But I've been lying for the last 20 years. I thought it was fucking 2 days, but okay.
So,
But if he can read this,
so Alex was his.
that it was actually yeah, I know. Okay, so thank you. Hello, thank you, brother. Get out.
All right. Peace.
Well, welcome, my nephew.
Not your
You're
shades.
dropping your shade. Why do you have shade? It's fucking dark at 4 o'clock in the p.m. Come on.
Hey, and let me tell you something. The day that I asked your brother to be his godfather, you see that smile on his face? It was bigger than that.
So this is my nephew Xavier Gaitan. He is the owner of Excel Barber Studio. Look over there. Now don't be like your daddy. Look up at that camera. He is going to be celebrating the 1 year anniversary of owning his own barbershop. 21. Hello, entrepreneur. Hello. Round of applause. Who Alex was actually his godfather for baptism. They may be too young to remember his crazy. I don't know, a little bit. You were like
One. What happened?
hella young. You don't remember. He was a little baby. But I'm pretty sure through the stories, you guys understood what it was. So we are going to end the show with a prayer from the memorial of my brother that he is going to read. Because I never, but I will shut the fuck up for once in my life and give it over to you.
Alright. I'm free. Don't grieve for me, for now I'm free. I'm following the path God laid for me. I took his hand when I heard him call. I turned my back and left it all. I could not stay another day to laugh, to love, to work or play. I found that peace at the close of day. If my partner left a void, then fill it with remembered joy. Our friendship shared, a laugh, a kiss. Ah, yes, these things I too will miss. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. I wish you were the sunshine of tomorrow. My life's been full soul I savored much. Good friends, a loved one's touch. Perhaps my time seemed all too brief. Don't lengthen it now with undue grief. Lift up your heart and share with me. God wanted me now. He set me free. Amen.
Amen. And with that, we are going to end the show. Thank you guys for joining us. You'll catch us on the next episode, December 1st. I promise you it will not be boogery and teary-eyed. Thank you for everybody that showed up tonight. We are going to eat. Now I can have some Puerto Rican rice because I ain't going to fuck up my stomach. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all for tuning in and sharing the story. Thank y'all. I love y'all. We out. Peace. My brother.
You could keep that Skechers thing.
No, I'm